Hello, welcome to Mobility Duo's video. Today we're talking about balance. So what is balance? What are the systems working in your body? And what are a few exercises that you can do outside of or off of the mountain at home to improve that balance when you're not in the mountain? So let's get started. Before we get going, my name is Mark. I am a doctor of physical therapy with my wife, Sarah, who is a massage therapist, personal trainer, yoga instructor, etc., etc. We are Mobility Duo. We are health professionals and athletes working primarily with athletes, many snowboard athletes, weekend warriors, things like that. We work on prevention, rehab, improvement, things like that. Welcome to our page. Give us a like. We work hard on these videos. We appreciate it, and we love you for it. So in regards to how often you should be practicing balance, the ACSM, or the American College of Sports Medicine, usually recommends about 2 to 3 days a week, about 30 minutes, although I don't know if there's necessarily a perfect amount of time. Like anything, you can't beat the actual snowboarding physically on the mountain as far as balance goes. But we can't always be, on the mountain if you don't work on it. So these are things that you can do inside of your home, in the gym, for improvement. So time to nerd out a little bit. So what is balance? Balance is essentially, to give you the simplified version, is 3 things. We have our somatosensory, so sensors in our joints, in our feet, things like that. If you are on unstable surface, your body is able to adjust because of these sensors in your feet and things like that. We have your vestibular, your inner ear, things like that. So head turns, your eye gaze following a point. And then lastly is your eyes. You rely heavily on your eyes, especially as you age, specifically after the age of 65, 70. These other systems tend to decline, and we rely more heavily on our eyes. So balance for snowboarders is going to be, all 3 are working on overdrive, but primarily a lot of the vestibular, a lot of the somatosensory because of the unstable surface, the heel-toe movement, things like that. So today's exercises are going to be primarily a lot of those things. So a lot of the heel-toe, which entails, one of the main exercises that we're doing, a lot of the head turns for when you do those 180s, 360s, and then your eyes that we will eliminate with your eyelids as we roll them down. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of balance itself. I won't go into too many details of it. Just know that, like anything, it is a muscle that you need to exercise. And if you don't exercise it, other systems will have to take over. So for example, let's say you have an inner ear issue, like vertigo or something like that. You will rely more heavily on your eyes or your feet or the joints, the sensors in your joints, to take a brunt of that load. We have a pillow underneath our feet. Again, this is for the somatosensory, the proprioception, so we have those sensors in our feet. This takes that away, so it's not perfect. If you have a piece of foam, even better. Essentially, you're taking away that even, hard ground surface, and you're adding in an uneven surface, so now your body, that one part of that balance, that sensory part in your feet, and the sensors around your joints, knees, hips, and things like that are having to work harder because it's taken away. So what we have here is I have the pillows, and essentially we are going to be rocking back and forth on our toes and our heels like you would on a snowboard. So then I'll show you here, back and forth. So eyes are open here. There's another nice angle for you. And essentially, yep, that's all you're doing for the first one. So we're rocking back and forth. Number 2. So next one, same thing this time. So we're rocking back and forth on the pillow. The somatosensory is having to work a little extra harder now. And now we're going to add in the head turns. So like on a snowboard, when you are, let's say you're going off a jump, you're doing 180, 365, 40, 720, whatever. Your inner ear is having to work extra hard because you're spinning, you're turning your head. So that part of your balance is having to work overdrive. So now we add in head turns. So we're working our vestibular system, and now we're also working on the somatosensory as well. Okay, so all of those things are taken away, and we're having to rely heavily on our eyes now. So here we go. So heel toe again with the head turns. Pretty straightforward. Not easy though. It's a lot harder than it looks. All right, awesome. Number 3. Okay, here we go. So we add in the pillow, we add in the head turns, and now we take away our eyesight. So now our systems are working in overdrive. So we've taken away the sensors in our feet, we've added in the head turns, so our vestibular is having to work extra hard, and now we've taken away our eyes. So now these other 2 systems are having to work on overdrive this time. So here we go. This one's really hard, and this one I kind of struggled on as well. Yep, heel toe, head turns, and eyes closed. It's not easy, people. Give it a try. Alright, this is the advanced version. So we did both feet down. Now we do a single leg, both legs. So here we go. So first thing we just did the I did the head turns and I did the heel toe. So that was hard enough, as you can see. So somatosensory, vestibular, and eyes are working extra hard. Alright. Yeah, it was so-so. Wasn't the greatest, but what are you going to do? So here's the bonus. So again, this one's going to apply for 180s. I just did 180 because it's easy to do. But you can apply it to 360s if you can do it if you have a large space. Be careful with this in your house. Essentially, now we just add the pillow. We're going to do 180s onto the pillow. So we're adding that unstable surface. So when you're on the mountain, when you're on a board, usually it's not, it's great if you can land on a smooth jump, but if you're going off side hits, kickers, things like that, you're going to be landing on unstable surface. So now we're adding that, the pillow underneath your feet for that somatosensory. So you're landing on that unstable surface. Just a little extra training for when you're off the mountain. So I'll show you here. Yep, so you see I wind up into that 180. My head is turning, so I'm adding a little bit of that vestibular in there as well, and I'm landing on the pillow and then back onto hard ground. So hopefully this helped. Hopefully this gave you a few ideas to do in the comfort of your home. Hopefully we explained and described what balance actually is, because it can be confusing for some people. And truth be told, some people are just built with better balance than others. I mean, look at a professional athlete, like a basketball player, soccer player, things like that. Generally, these things are more well developed than others, but it can be honed. It is a muscle and a skill. If you practice, it will improve. So let us know what you think. Let us know if you've done any of these at home. Again, smash that like button. We really appreciate it. And yeah, keep riding. We'll see you next time.